get a shot at redemption when he faces Dvalishvili at UFC 316 on June 7th. This marks his first return to the octagon since his crushing defeat back at UFC 306 in September, where Merab dominated from bell to bell en route to a unanimous decision victory, effectively ending O'Malley's reign as bantamweight champion. Since then, fans and analysts alike have been asking, what can Sean do differently this time? How do you stop a relentless cardio machine like Merab, who never stops coming forward? Enter Corey Sandhagen. One of the most technical and cerebrally strikers in the bantamweight division, Sandhagen recently sat down with Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson and offered some strikingly direct advice for O'Malley. Advice that's already shaking up the MMA community. I don't think the answer to beating Merab is a ton of footwork and keeping space, Sandhagen said. Sean's a lot longer. Like Umar tried it, Sean tried it the first time. Move your feet, keep distance, and play it safe. That's one way to go about it. But when a guy has a gas tank like a superhero, I think you've got to just set your space. And when Merab gets close, hit that fool. Let that sink in. Rather than dancing around and trying to outpace Merab, as many strategists have long recommended, Sandhagen is advocating for a stand-your-ground, high-impact approach. He's essentially saying, make Merab pay every time he steps into the pocket. On the surface, it might sound overly simple or even risky, but when you consider Merab's unparalleled cardio and pressure-heavy style, it could be one of the few ways to truly throw him off rhythm. This take is already igniting debates among fight fans. The long-standing theory has been that to beat Merab, you need constant lateral movement, surgical timing, and takedown defense. But Sandhagen's view flips that on its head. You can't run from the storm. You have to meet it head-on and fire back. And if that wasn't enough drama heading into UFC 316, things took an unexpected turn when Davison Figueiredo, Sandhagen's opponent this weekend, had a surprising message for Merab. Hey Merab, good luck in your fight. Knock Sean out. You're the best. Now that turned heads. If Merab were to actually knock out O'Malley, it would be nothing short of shocking. We're talking jaw-dropping, internet-breaking, legacy-defining stuff. It would take Merab from respected grinder to full-fledged MMA superstar overnight, also adding to the buzz. The UFC has just dropped the official fight poster for UFC 316, and, as always, fans are split. Some are hyped, others unimpressed. What do you think? Does the poster capture the energy of this massive card? Let us know in the comments. Now, shifting gears to something a little more wild and unexpected. Get this. Jon Jones almost got into it with none other than NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal. Yes, you heard that right. Jon Jones almost got into it with NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal hard on the back, with zero warning, not a playful pat or a light tap. We're talking a full-force smack right between the shoulder blades. Shaq was just chilling, minding his business, at the Super Bowl when suddenly, bam! A heavy-handed slap crashes into his back like a linebacker on a mission. In that split second, Shaq tensed up, shifted into fight mode, and was ready to throw hands. Come on, this is a 7'1", 300-pound former pro athlete. You do not sneak up on a guy like that and expect it to end well. But then the moment flipped. Just as Shaq was about to turn around and maybe lay someone out, he locks eyes with the man behind the hit. And everything changes. It's not just anyone, it's Jon Bones Jones, the man widely considered the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. The current UFC heavyweight champion Shaq instantly switched gears. He said, and this is a direct quote, "Let me tell you, my Jon Jones story. I'm at the Super Bowl and he hits me so hard on the back, I turn around and I'm like, what the? Then I see it's Jon and I go, oh hey Jon, how you doing buddy?" Classic Shaq, right? But make no mistake, he made it clear that for a split second he didn't know it was Jon, and he was ready for war. The man was about to go full beast mode before realizing it was just Jones being, well, Jon Jones. The guy doesn't exactly greet people with gentle hugs. That intensity is in his DNA. Luckily, it all ended with laughs, handshakes, and mutual respect. No punches thrown, no slams, no chaos. Just two legends crossing paths in the most unpredictable way possible. But while Jon's Super Bowl stunt is good for laughs, his professional situation is no joke. The ongoing saga with interim heavyweight champ Tom Aspinall continues to drag with no official word on when or if the two will actually settle things inside the octagon. Fans have been begging for this fight to happen, especially with the social media back and forth heating up over the past few months. Many hoped International Fight Week would be the perfect stage, but those rumors are starting to lose steam. Meanwhile, another fighter has been quietly climbing, and now he's making serious noise in the lightweight division, Arman Tsarukyan. He may not be the loudest voice in the room, but his performances speak volumes. Recently, he gave fans an update on the state of the lightweight title picture, his future, and what's next for a division that feels like it's stuck in neutral waiting on Islam Makhachev. At the time of this recording, Tsarukyan doesn't have his next fight officially booked, but he's confident that will change soon. And honestly, it needs to, even though Arman still holds the #1 contender spot. The lightweight title fight remains a mystery, and fans are growing frustrated with the lack of clarity. Let's rewind for a second. Tsarukyan was originally set to face Makhachev earlier this year in January in what would have been a huge rematch for the title. But just one day before the fight, disaster struck. Arman suffered a back injury and was forced to withdraw. That one twist changed everything. Despite keeping his #1 ranking, he was told the next title shot wouldn't be his fast forward to now, and Islam Makhachev still doesn't have an opponent. A lot is riding on what goes down at UFC 315. Islam Makhachev's teammate, Belal Muhammad, is set to face Jack Della Maddalena, and the outcome could shape the entire future of the lightweight and welterweight divisions. The belief is simple: if Belal wins, Islam stays at 155 to support the team dynamic and avoid getting in the way of a potential title run for his friend. But if Belal loses, then Islam might look to move up to 170 himself and chase legacy fights in a new weight class. That leaves Arman Tsarukyan and the rest of the lightweight contenders stuck in limbo. In the meantime, Arman is not sitting still. He confirmed he will be competing in a grappling super fight on May 2nd in Dubai. He admitted it's been over a year since he last grappled competitively, and this event will be high profile with tons of media coverage. It's not an MMA fight, but it's a chance to stay sharp and stay in front of the spotlight. Right now I'm preparing for wrestling. Not a fight, he explained. It's going to be in Dubai, a super fight on May 2. There will be a lot of people. Media, it's hype. I haven't grappled in a year. So I'll do that first, and then by mid-May I'll know what my next MMA fight is. Arman also said he's gunning for a big-name opponent when he returns to the cage. Think Charles Oliveira or Justin Gaethje. Either of those would be fireworks and would keep Arman locked into the top contender conversation. He also noted that if Islam defends his belt in June, there's a very real chance the rematch could be booked for October. But with UFC 315 landing on May 10th, and so many moving pieces in motion, the waiting game continues. So who do you want to see Tsarukyan face next? Let us know in the comments. Now, let's shift gears and talk about a topic that is really starting to gain traction. Is the MMA world losing interest in Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall? For months, fans have been asking the same question. Will this fight ever happen? On paper, it's a no-brainer. You've got the reigning UFC heavyweight champ and the interim champ. That usually means one thing: unify the belts, settle the debate, and give the fans what they want. But as summer 2025 approaches, we still have no date, no deal, and no momentum. Tom Aspinall won the interim title way back in November 2023 with a jaw-dropping knockout of Sergey Pavlovich. It was explosive, it was dominant, and it positioned Aspinall as the guy to dethrone Jon Jones. Meanwhile, Jones beat Stipe Miocic around the same time and then essentially disappeared. Afterward, Jones downplayed a fight with Aspinall, suggesting it wasn't a big money bout. He eventually said he'd do it, but only if the UFC paid him what he believes he's worth. Fast forward to today, and here we are, May 2025. Still no fight date, no signed contract, and nothing official. Dana White keeps saying the fight will happen. But honestly, how many times have we heard that line before? Until something is announced, fans are not buying it. Even Chael Sonnen recently weighed in, and he did not sugarcoat it. Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall is a flame that is burning, he said, but it's not a flame that is growing. It is all just a drawn-out tease with no real resolution coming. So here is the real question. Is the hype fading? Are fans just over it at this point? Or are we being strung along for something that the UFC does not even plan on delivering? Let us not forget Tom Aspinall is in his prime, healthy, hungry, and ready to go. Jon Jones, while still dominant, is clearly more selective now, and some fans think he is stalling to avoid what could be the most dangerous matchup of his career. At the end of the day, the UFC has a ticking clock on this one. If they do not act fast, this fight might go from most anticipated of the year to another, what could have been in MMA history. So what is your take? Are you still holding out hope for Jones versus Aspinall? Or have you moved on to other matchups? Let us know in the comments. And finally, we have got some big news and official confirmation coming straight from the featherweight champ himself, Ilia Topuria. His next fight is locked in, and fans are already buzzing with excitement. Yes, you heard that right. After weeks of speculation and rumors flying around, Topuria has dropped a bombshell that has electrified the MMA world. He is officially set to return to the octagon at UFC 317 on June 28. This announcement did not come through a press conference, a UFC promo, or even an Instagram post. Instead, it came in a surprise statement during a Spanish television appearance on Telemadrid. During the broadcast, Topuria addressed the public. With a heartfelt message, "I would like to thank the community of Madrid and its president." He said, "I am very sorry I could not be there with you, but I have training ahead of me. I hope to make you all happy again on June 28th. And just like that, the date is set. While Topuria did not reveal his opponent yet, locking in the event and confirming his fight camp has already fueled the hype like wildfire. Let us take a step back and look at what this could mean. Fans had already started to connect the dots over the past couple of weeks. Topuria had been teasing his return online, posting cryptic clips from training sessions and leaving hints that his camp had already started. Now we know it was not just smoke. It is real. It is happening, but here is where things get even more interesting. A recent photo started making the rounds on social media, one showing UFC matchmaker Hunter Campbell sitting with none other than Khabib Nurmagomedov. That image raised serious eyebrows across the MMA community. Why? Because anytime Khabib is involved, you know, something big might be brewing. Could this have been a discussion about a super fight? Possibly Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. Let us not forget, Topuria has not fought since defending his featherweight title against Max Holloway, a performance that cemented his place as the king of 145. But Topuria has made it clear in interviews that he is not done climbing. He has his sights set on lightweight gold. And with this June 28th date locked in, many fans are wondering, is this the moment he makes the jump? As for Islam Makhachev, the current lightweight champ, his plans remain just as unclear as ever. Some believe he has been waiting to see what unfolds at UFC 315 before making his move. That card could reshape the lightweight division and maybe even determine whether Islam stays at 155 or moves up himself. But his team recently denied any strategic delay, saying that Islam is ready, just waiting for the right fight. So, Now we have got a title-hungry Topuria, a mystery opponent, a possible super fight, and a date. June 28th. Whatever happens next, one thing is for sure, UFC 317 just became must-watch TV. If you enjoy our videos, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it.